One, two, three. Good morning.
Hello.
Brand new shop, I see. We haven't even got your sign up yet.
No.
This used to be an old corner shop,
Like a convenience store. Yeah.
like a convenience store with not much in it. I used to come here to buy emergency rations like milk.
Yes.
So you've only been here, I notice, what?
About a week and a half.
A week and a half.
Yeah, about a week and a half. Yeah.
And you've moved everything in as if you've been there all the time.
Well, that's the idea. Yes.
How did you get all this stuff in here?
Okay. So we relocated.
Stuff, I don't mean stuff. All these lovely things.
No, we relocated from another premises at Fairlight. Yes. So it was a matter of just packing and had a removalist do all the big things because it's not going to fit in my little car.
Yeah.
And
Big things like what?
like the stacking shelves.
Those?
Yeah, all of that sort of. Oh, they actually come apart, but the stacking shelves and the larger things where the candles are,
Right.
the cupboards, yeah. Anything that I couldn't fit in my car.
Well, the big question is, why did you relocate from Fairlight to this little corner?
Okay.
It's got a lovely view.
It
the
is.
street.
Yeah, true. Fairlight, we've been there for about 5 years. I took the business over from somebody else, and for the last 5 years, customers have pretty much been complaining about parking. 2 car spaces on Sydney Road. You can't see the car spaces until you're right on them because the way the road curves around. And so, yeah, so you have to listen to what the customers are telling you. And when this came up for rent, I just started making inquiries, and before I knew it, I was signing a lease. So, yeah.
Now, what appealed to you here? It's a corner position.
Yeah, there was a couple of things. We live locally, so we've been coming to the corner for a while for coffee down the back, and proximity to school where a lot of my customers are. Plus, I also have a child that goes there, so that makes it easy. And yeah, I think just being somewhere that we're able to showcase us and be a bit independent from, say, other homeware shops, and just really be able to bloom and sort of show who we are. Yeah. There's 5 of us. I've got 3 children and my husband.
And your husband work with you?
Sometimes he is looking after so he's a home dad. He looks after our youngest one until she goes to school next year. And then the plan is for him to do the backing, because we have a website as well, so I'd like him to sort of take over more of that because it's growing and can't do everything.
What is your husband's name?
Andrew.
Andrew. And yours?
Sherrie.
Sherrie. How long has Andrew been a home dad?
He's been a home dad now for 5 years, 5.5 years, yes.
And how did that decision come about?
I've been running business of a different kind to this for about 20 odd years before this, and though we decided to have children, I knew that it wasn't something that I didn't really want to stay at home looking after the kids, because I know I like to get my teeth into things and always like to be busy doing things basically. And he's not a career-oriented person, which was perfect for me. So it was an easy decision to come up with. Yeah.
How long have you been together?
About 7 years, 6 or 7 years. Yeah.
Right. You met obviously not in business.
No, no. We knew each other from school years ago, and then we just reconnected.
You reconnected, did you
Yes,
say?
yeah. As you do these days, because there's so much social media around.
Right.
Yeah.
And what are your children's names?
Mason is my oldest. He's 15. Odin, he's 5, and Amelia is 4.
Right.
So yes.
Nice names.
Thank you.
Now, what is the routine? Andrew being home dad, so basically he's running the house, and does he do the shopping and the cooking?
Yeah, so he does the shopping and the cooking, and we've literally just moved house as well on
As
Wednesday.
well.
Yes, I'm one of those. It doesn't just not just one thing happens; everything happens with me. And so yeah, just we do share a lot of things. So you know, if he's had a tough day, which sometimes, especially in school holidays, when you've got two small ones at home, I'll come home and do things. We do try to spread the load a little bit. And like even with the shop now, if I need things from the warehouse or I forget my lunch like today, he'll do all of that running around for me. So yeah.
Tell me a bit about what appealed to you about Andrew when you first met.
It's hard because I've known him since I was, what?
That's right, you knew.
Yeah, high school, so it would have been, what, about 12, 13. We always just got along, and he was always dating one of my friends, and yeah, it was just, when we started chatting again, it was just like,
But at one point it became romantic.
Yes, it's hard. Yeah, it did. I don't think it was meant to.
Mm-hmm.
It was just how it happened. I think it was
First kiss?
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
You don't remember it
No,
specifically?
it's not specifically. I think that at the time, he was someone I was talking to about issues that I was having, and yeah, and I guess the fondness grew, and we realised that we really did like each other a lot more than just friendship. Yeah.
So now you have a pretty good relationship.
Yes, we do.
And you're obviously making it work.
Yes.
What do the children notice that it's a little bit different to their friend because their mum's usually home, and in your case it's dad's?
They don't.
Notice?
At first, they used to call him. They used to call him Mum at home because they see things on TV, like they watch ABC Kids, and it's always the mum at home doing things. So they used to, they'd call him Daddy Mummy, and they'd call me Mummy Daddy. So they kind of notice, but they don't.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think they realise, because even if they go over to somebody's place, it's usually on a weekend, so there's no...
It's not that obvious.
No. Maybe as they get older, but even then, I think there's a lot of, on the northern beaches, there seems to be a lot of dads that do stay at home or do other duties, other than just, it's more of a parenting role than, babysitting. So, yeah.
Is there anything here that you especially like, your favourite items?
I've got a couple of favourites. So there's
Show us a couple.
Okay, so there's a company called Peg and All that do all recycled products. So everything is made from. They'll go to companies, or not companies, but they'll go to sort of old buildings and salvage products. Everything they use is pretty much a salvage product. So like things like this is a desk caddy, but it could be used if you're an artist or you have tools, things like that.
It's also a nice piece on its own.
Yes, and I love that there's history. So
Yes.
sometimes they'll let us know that one doesn't have it, but one that's really, this one, sorry, come back this way. This here, these are made from old organ pipes from Philadelphian churches, like actual organs that they used to play. So they do a lot of interesting things like that. So there's a bit of history with this.
And you get the history with the item?
Yeah, so
Usually.
they usually put on here that where it comes from or what's,
Right.
yeah. So it'll actually
Pipes
say
from a
Philadelphian church, 19th century Philadelphian
19th
church.
century.
Yeah, so they're probably...
What would you do with that though?
It's a knife rack. You literally...
It's a what?
Knife rack. So you put it up on...
Oh, a knife rack.
Yeah, so...
Magnets.
Magnets, yeah.
Aha.
Yes.
Why didn't I know that?
Look, it's not a usual sort of product that
Yeah.
you would... that's why I've got a little description so people
Oh,
know
there you are, yes.
what it is.
So if I looked at that, I would have realised what it was.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, what
Yeah.
else?
And there's a company out of Germany. So this one's obviously an American company. I do support a lot of locals as well. Called Stop the Water While Using Me. And the idea behind this product is some of the proceeds go to funding water projects in countries and places that don't have access to clean water. And the great thing, the idea, you still use water while you're using the product, but the idea is that when it's in your bathroom, it's reminding you to turn the taps off and think about water conservation.
Right.
And they're good products. They're all organic, and so you can use them on babies.
What are they? What are these?
Okay, so these are hand washes, and then they also do like shower gels and body lotions.
There is one for
there is
crew?
one, yes. And then they sort of, they'll do like actual bar
Right.
soaps.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's the story with the
Clocks?
cutouts?
Okay. So that's a company up in Merriweather called Honeybee Goods, and they actually hand make those. So they've got obviously some CNC equipment that can actually do the cutouts, and they also have another part of their business called Clay Canoe, and they make beautiful ceramics. Just they're all handmade, of course, and they do very sort of the Japanese.
Do you have any here?
I do.
Let's see.
Just right behind us. So here, they're just beautiful pieces. So that's both of these from Clay Canoe. So it's all hand fired in a kiln, and something like this, where you can see it's actually had the fabric put on it, so it gets a beautiful texture. And even these sort of things, they're all...
So do you look for things that are different?
Yes.
You're consciously looking for things that you don't find in too many other places?
Yes, and I try to look for products that aren't highly mass-produced, because customers come here to find products that you're not going to see everywhere.
The name isn't even up yet. What's it called?
Lime Lifestyle.
Lime?
Lifestyle.